Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. As usual, I've got a whole lineup of ridiculous, fascinating, and sometimes a little bit scary snake clips for you. So we're going to dive in, analyze them together, and I'm hoping you're going to let me know what you think in the comments. Again with the kissing thing. So a lot of people comment on clips like that and say this guy's going to get bit one day, and I just want to confirm with you that yes, he has been bitten. Here's another clip of him getting bitten by a red-bellied snake, which he's just playing with and messing around with basically until an accident happens.
It's 7th of June, so 7 days into winter. I think he bit me. What do I do? So I've just been bitten by a red-bellied black snake.
Okay. That clip I featured in another video, and someone commented and said the poor kid got completely roasted in the comments, but you know what happens when you do silly stuff.
Look at this right here. This copperhead is very content in the spot that it's at. It doesn't want anything to do with me.
What happens if you try to boop it on the nose? Just like, you know, let's just show people that like this snake is more interested in flight than it is fight.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little boop on the nose with my finger here.
Nice and gentle. Oh.
Okay, we are good.
It did bite. Did it get through the glove?
It did not.
But it did strike the glove.
To my knowledge, it did not get through the glove. I don't feel any venom on the tip of my finger. That is incredible. Dude, I just took a bite from a copperhead. I'm completely fine.
That channel's just not the same anymore, is it? I really miss the days of Coyote Peterson screaming all the time. It was so much more real. This guy's great. And those are sea snakes. That was amazing, seeing them swim away. Obviously there's a bit of risk to him, but it's kind of his choice, and they're wild animals and he's making an impact. I mean, that's an amazing impact to have on any animal species, like 100 individuals plus saved on one day, and he's doing this, you know, a few times a month possibly. So that's obviously a completely fake situation, a fake snake, and a person who isn't in any real danger whatsoever, and it blows my mind how poor quality this is, but there's still people commenting saying, oh my god, was she okay? You know, I mean, I don't know, maybe I should just turn to making, you know, made up videos like that. First of all, I'm really angry that that guy thought up the name William Snakespeare before I thought of it, especially as my name's Will. Very disappointed about that. But again, this is a kind of risk-taking we see a lot, which seems to get people interested. But kissing a gaboon viper is an insane thing to do. Your face is probably one of the most painful places you could get bit. You've got the trigeminal nerve, which is a big nerve that serves your face and feeds pain signals directly into your brain. It's got the ophthalmic, maxillary and mandibular branches, and you've also got very tight tissue compartments in the face that don't accommodate swelling very well. So when you've got a type of tissue compartment that doesn't accommodate swelling very well, and you've got like a direct line to your brain of very, very sensitive nerves to carry pain, you're in for basically hell if you do get bitten. I suppose you'd go into shock fairly quick. You'd be overcome with the pain, is all I can imagine.
In this bag, we have the most venomous snake from the continent of Africa. So I'm going to take these hemostats, run him down the edge of the bag, and lock him in place so he can't get up here by my hands while I'm working, because they can bite through bags. So I went ahead and snipped the zip tie. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way, and then we're going to dump him out of the bag and take a good look at him. I'm Vigil. This is a male, absolutely gorgeous. These guys are quick. These are the most venomous colubrid on the planet as far as we know. They're super fast. They are the most toxic snake drop for drop in Africa. Of course, they're not the most dangerous because the fangs on this snake are in the very back of the mouth. But they can open up that jaw extremely wide to bite. They don't necessarily have to chew, although it definitely helps if they do to inject that venom.
So someone recently asked me why the boomslang's venom was so incredibly toxic but so slow to work on humans, how that could actually be effective on prey like lizards. And to my understanding, the reason is that lizards and its prey are very, very small, so it only needs a tiny quantity of venom to be effective on such a small body with such a small, volume of fluid within it, basically. Whereas a human has a much higher volume of fluid within its body, and although it is absolutely deadly to a human, it takes many more hours to circulate. Also, on the topic of rear-fanged snakes, I know I'm going to veer off and go into human anatomy again here, but I like to make things relatable for you. And we often say rear-fanged snakes aren't as much of a risk because their fangs are way in the back of the mouth. And that makes this image come to mind of, a position back in the jaw which would be relative to our molars or wisdom teeth, whereas actually a lot of rear-fanged snakes, their teeth are basically below their eye. So to us that would probably correspond to the first premolar or bicuspid, as you often call it in the States. Now think about that if you're trying to bite your wrist. I don't know why you do that, but it would be hard to bite something well with your wisdom teeth, for example, if you have them. Most people don't, but it wouldn't be that hard to bite something well with your first premolars.
Check it out! If a poisonous snake gets you, here's how you stay alive. Step 1. Don't be an idiot. Look, if it bites you, don't try to yank it off, because that'll just make it wreck you even more. Here's the hack. Pour hot water on its head and it'll bounce. If that's a no-go, don't think twice. Grab the snake's tail and bite it back. It'll quit bugging you and go chase the next guy.
That was truly awful crap. That was stupid, utter crap. So please don't listen to anything in that video. If a snake's biting you and you bite it, the most likely outcome is that it lets go of your arm or finger or whatever, swings round and bites you in the face, potentially making the situation much, much worse. Also, pouring boiling water on anything near you, that's got to be a red flag right there.
First thing to keep in mind after a snake bite is to remain calm. Panicking can increase blood flow and heart rate, which will accelerate the absorption of venom. To prevent swelling, take off any clothing that might enclose the bite area. Keep the bitten extremity elevated above heart level. In order to prevent the venom from spreading further, you must also keep the affected extremity very still. Clean the bite area with water to remove any debris that has become lodged in the wound. Be careful not to get any of the venom that is near the bite into any open wounds. Call 911 immediately after. Monitor your breathing and heart rate as you wait for medical attention.
See, that one, I feel like it was broadly correct. And the question I have is, that one's pretty good, really. The previous one was terrible. How are people who don't have knowledge about snakes navigating this information when they see it online? Which one are they going to believe? Obviously, the first one was very low quality, but I've seen some that have been decent quality in terms of production, but still terrible information. And that's kind of concerning to me.
If you guys look, I'm literally sitting face to face with a wild and highly venomous eastern diamondback rattlesnake. And I am afraid to move. I am frozen in my tracks right now. I don't even want to move my arms. All I did is sit down to take a little breather because it is about 95 degrees outside. And crawling out of the brush over to my left was this guy. I do not want to move right now. I am shaking. Come on, go the other way. Yes. Is he gone? Whoa! Look at me.
That guy keeps getting into funny situations with rattlesnakes. I've seen him like handling one down on one knee and stuff like that. The kind of thing that most people say will lead to a bite eventually. I hope an accident never happens for him, but he's definitely going in the right direction for one to happen.
The planet's assault. The speed of the strike gives the quail no chance to escape. Immediately, the viper inserts its giant fangs and pumps venom into its prey.
That's over quickly.
A slight miscalculation makes no difference. Once she's set her sights on a target, there's no chance for escape. Her strike isn't the fastest in the snake world, but at over 20 feet per second, it does the job.
That was quite interesting to see. A while ago, quite a long while ago, I did a video and I said that gaboon vipers don't always hang on to their prey. It depends on the size of the prey. And I said that they are designed to not go chasing their prey. They want them to die as quickly as possible. And I had all kinds of outraged comments, people saying they never drop their prey, you're making this crap up, you know. And I just think that would be such a weird thing for me to make up. It's just how it is. Most of the time, if they can hang on to something, like the little quail in the first one, they'll hang on to it. It makes sense. If it's big, it could struggle, it could hurt them, and they really kind of get that feeling, then they'll let it go. It's not a big issue, really, but people do seem to get upset about this stuff.
Now, if this works, it'll be a great day.
There, what you actually saw was a couple of guys handling a cobra at a rattlesnake rally. Now, people often disagree with me saying that rattlesnake rallies are a bad thing, and they say it's to help protect the local community, farmland, environment, etc. They say there's all these kinds of reasons, but how do you justify having a cobra at a rattlesnake rally to protect native wildlife? It doesn't really add up, does it?
Mom's first snake. Should we go get it? Come on, come. Look at it. It's a little guy, Ma. That can't do anything to you. It's a fuck. Is that a bad one? All right, surprise. That's a bad one. That's the 5th most venomous snake in the world. Who would have thought?
I think in Australia it's safe to say that most of the time it's going to be a bad one. If you don't know your snakes, just assume that it's dangerous and stay away. Don't encourage your mum to go take a look at one.
Have you ever seen a snake with fangs like this? This is the stiletto snake, and they are native to Africa, mostly southern Africa. And if you saw a snake like this, you wouldn't think too much of it. It doesn't really look dangerous, so you go to pick it up behind the head just like you would any other snake. And then he uses his fangs on the sides of his mouth to push you, like you know how snakes move their head like that back and forth? Stabs you with one single fang right in the side of the hand. These guys can literally inject you with venom without opening their mouths. Not too terribly much is known about the venom, but it is extremely painful and can be deadly. It's a crazy venom as well. Swelling, blistering. Some say it can melt your bone. It's not a good one to get bit by.
Very interesting, the stiletto snake's fangs. Most snakes with venom broadly fall into 3 groups, basically. You've got the selenoglyphous snakes, which are like viperids, so rattlesnakes. You've got the proteroglyphous snakes with fixed fangs, like cobras. And then you've got the pisciglyphous snakes, which are rear-fanged, basically. Now, the stiletto snakes are interesting because they're not closely related to selenoglyphous snakes, or the folding fang snakes, which I mentioned. They're in their own family called the Atractaspididae, and they have what you could probably call highly derived selenoglyphous fangs. So they have got folding fangs, but they're more than just folding fangs, they're kind of twizzling fangs that can do what they like. I always enjoy seeing snakes drink water. I think it's really calming for some reason, probably because I'm a bit weird. And it always makes me laugh as well that a lot of them don't seem to care. They just put their nostrils underwater as well.
Is it possible to have a healthy respect and maybe a little bit of fear for this animal, but not kill it? So this animal here is a water moccasin or cottonmouth. A lot of people fear these animals, but they are scared of you as well. They are a venomous snake, yes, but they don't go after people. All of those stories you hear are BS. They're not real. Okay, as of right now, this animal is very defensive, so of course it's going to be striking, but if I put it down, the animal is going to go on its own. Okay, so whenever you see a snake, if you're scared of it, just leave it alone. Don't try to grab it, don't try to kill it, and you'll be completely fine. If you try to grab it and it bites you, that's your own fault. And if you try to kill it and it bites you, that's also your own fault. So snakes do deserve to live. They don't go after people, and if you see one, leave it alone. If you believe otherwise, you're a liar.
Pretty solid info on cottonmouths and how to interact with them. Don't try and kill them, don't try and pick them up, and you're all good. That one was pretty amazing as well because he's giving good common sense info, but that's also a huge cottonmouth. You can tell by the chunkiness of its head and neck that it's a genuinely big one, not just one being held, you know, close to the camera. Anyway, I hope you found this interesting and you're going to let me know in the comments. I'll be back next week with another one. Thank you very much.